Peggy is related to Linda and Sally, but she's a whole nother animal. Peggy is caused by Linda and Sally, like they started the drama, but now it's Peggy. And Peggy she has her own trauma and her own past history of why she's a spicy little minx. But let's talk about why Peggy happens. So Peggy pubis is also called SPD, or symphysis pubis dysfunction. It's called PSD, pubic symphysis dysfunction. Some people call it lightning crotch. It has a lot of names, but it's in this region. So if I could give you some landmarks of where we're at the bottom where your panties go, there's a bone that's right under the top of your panties. If you wear bikinis, if you wear thongs, that's a totally different thing. But bikinis right here, if you can imagine underwear right here, it'd be right here in your body. So it's like right in this area right here. What it is the conglomeration of two pieces. So we've got these two pieces right here. Just for reference, if you're ticked at your partner and you put your hands on your hips, that's these guys. These are two movable parts. So when one becomes misaligned, which is common in 4 out of 5 people, pre-existing to your pregnancy, that sets you up for having an issue with Peggy at the end of your pregnancy. If it's your second pregnancy, which is where we see most of our problems, which you don't expect, that is Peggy. Peggy happens because your pelvis is offline, it's crooked or cockeyed back here, and that causes a splaying or a separation or an unevenness here at the joint, which is your pubic symphysis. There's a little disc, if you remember from back here, there's a shock absorbing disc that's ligamentous. So as you become more pregnant, your pelvic floor on your first pregnancy, if you weren't a high school athlete, we'll get into that. On the second pregnancy, if you can imagine a nice, tight, beautiful hammock on your first pregnancy, your first beautiful baby stretched that out. Just like the plastic fruit bags that you put your fruit in, it stretches and then it doesn't go back. We all know that with our stomachs after pregnancy. But that happens internally to your pelvic floor, and that weight or that protection that your pubic bone had before, it now doesn't have that anymore because this has sort of failed. This is sort of like stretched outward. That's why you wear your maternity clothes faster. That's why you feel the baby faster. That's why you feel like you're bigger on the second one faster, because you're presenting lower because that hammock or that trampoline has been stretched.